Aloha and welcome to paradise. How is your quest for positivity going? My quest for positivity is going remarkably well, wouldn't you say? Tiki friend, as you can see, I am in a tropical wonderland. A little bit frightening, always a little bit frightening to be in a tropical paradise with some fine thatched umbrella covers and a lovely dugout canoe meant for drinking some sort of tropical punch, maybe infused with a little bit of rum. And look at this. Look at all these giant bamboo poles and crates and matting and thatching, all destined, I believe, maybe I'm not supposed to know this, for Walt Disney World, shipping out of this large warehouse of beautiful tiki items, many of which are hand painted and wonderful. You might recognize many of these masks from none other than the gates of Adventureland. These guys here in this warehouse created and installed many things for Disney over the years, and also every other tiki hotspot imaginable worldwide. Literally, the islands import their tikis usually from this place, and this place is none other than Oceanic Arts. This place has been open since the 1950s. The reason why I'm here and why this place makes me positive, other than the obvious, because I love everything in this place, is because it was founded by two guys, Leroy Schmaltz and Bob Van Oosting, who had a little bit of a dream about carving stuff out of wood and making a career out of all things Polynesian and Polynesian pop tiki, and they did it. Like they, to quote them, they actually said that back in the day people would always ask them when they're going to get real jobs, and they still haven't gotten real jobs. They're still doing this. This is the large rental section. Now, I actually did a whole video about Oceanic Arts and a history, and we interviewed the founders, who we're here hanging out with today, on Randomland. So that's on the main YouTube channel, youtube.com/livefastdiepoor, so you can check that out there. But I like coming here. These guys are like my heroes. They took what they love to do and somehow, by the skin of their teeth and right time, right place, made a career out of it. So never let anybody in the world tell you you can't do something. If you believe hard enough and you work hard enough, that's the important part, I guess. That's the important second part of that. You too can make your dreams come true. So yeah, we're just here being positive. Me and my short, stubby, red, and lecherous friend, Tyler Evans.
Always the worst introductions.
Rock journalist. And this is, of course, the Sometimes Vlog.
It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Be respectful.
You don't have to whisper. Well, in the presence of the tikis, I suppose you have to. Damn it, Bobby. I told you to whisper around the tikis.
We're in the Schmaltz house now, man.
Yes, we are going to tiki. There are the tikis here. Sorry for the wobbliness of that camera. There we go. Look at that. Ooh, tikis. Many fine tikis. Tyler, this reminds me of Hannibal, Missouri.
Yay.
Wasn't your hat from Hannibal a little less Gilligan, but much similar to that hat?
Yes, and now it resides
There's
in
Sue.
the Mississippi River.
She works here. She is sort of the liaison between the public and the tikis. She alone understands the will of the tikis.
She speaks tikis.
She speaks tikis. One of the coolest things about tiki, or Polynesian pop, or tiki pop art, is that it's really an American art form. They took all this inspiration from the islands and all this original, authentic, especially Leroy and Bob, who were the first people to take trips and voyages all around Polynesia to get authentic influences and then sort of do your own thing, create your own paradise out of it. Maybe these days it would be considered somewhat culturally insensitive if it weren't for the fact that the Polynesian people seem to love it. They like the interest in their own culture. I was actually listening to this lecture by a historian on tiki stuff who was describing how a lot of people would come from Polynesia in the 50s when tiki was very popular and be like, why do all the houses look like our houses? This is pretty cool. There must be a lot of exiles here. But alas, no. It was sort of a, I don't know if it was native to Southern California, but Southern California was definitely one of the huge hotspots for tiki. Tyler has learned a lot about tiki.
I have one of these in my home.
He just what?
One of the pufferfish lamps.
Pufferfish lamp. He just reposted an article which he rediscovered but wrote a while ago. Would you like to describe it?
Yeah, I wrote it like 6 months ago.
What is it?
It's called something, an introduction to adventure. Something about going full tiki.
Going full tiki.
Yeah, it's just about moving to California and learning about tiki culture and embracing it. Learning about it, hanging out with Bob and Leroy.
Embrace the tiki. Look at this. They've got everything here, all kinds of rentals. Look at this. You can rent yourself a hut. Ginger and Marianne could sleep right in there. You would never know that they didn't. Speaking of Ginger and Marianne, I don't know if this made it into the Randomland video, but there actually is a prop here from one of the, I don't know if it's Return to Gilligan's Island or one of the TV movies. It's way in the back. I don't know if we can spot it, but there's a prop right here from these panels and that SS Minnow buoy, or buoy? What do you call that? Life preserver.
Yeah,
no, not life preserver. What do you call those things? Life rings? Lifesaver.
Lifesavers.
Mint lifesaver.
It's football cream.
Football cream. It's football cream. That is from the SS Minnow. Let's take a better look. Can you see that back there? Amazing. There's all sorts of Leroy Tiki art. Look at this. $60 for this fine piece of artwork. That's a heck of a deal. And look at this War Club. Very interesting. Some kind of bamboo here. Thatch. You could create your own tiki room. Tiki rooms for days. And yar! Pirates. That's the worst pirate impression I've ever done. Tyler and I are thinking about building a boat of positivity.
About building a boat?
And we're going to build our boat out of these boat supplies.
Mm-hmm. It won't sink.
It might sink. One other cool thing I want to show you, in case you haven't seen the Randomland. If you have seen the Randomland, maybe this will bore you. Look at all these tiki mugs right here. Is these, look at these artifacts from New Guinea. Most of these are Mapric people stuff from New Guinea, and all these weapons. Now Bob Van Oosting, the other founder of Oceanic Arts, was describing some of these in the Randomland video, and there was a lot I had to cut out because some of these items are used for very graphic and violent purposes, which is pretty, well, when you hear him tell it, it's actually kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Seashells.
Oh, did you show them your art?
Did I show them my art? Oh, my art is in here, yes. Look at this art. I'm not sure if my art is the prettiest art of all the art, but over here are many fine pieces of art donated to Bob and Leroy. There's some photographs of them with, I don't know who, somebody important maybe. And there, up there, is my art, Bob and Leroy.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, thank you.
And I have no idea where Bob and Leroy are at this moment.
I just hung out with Leroy for a while.
Yeah, Leroy was talking to us, but he disappeared. Bob Van Oosting, the character, the man, the myth, the legend. No idea where he's at. We're going to find him in a minute because we need to hang out with Bob. Well, you know, back then we, Leroy started carving some beautiful palm frond masks.
Little did I know.
Little did I know. We were carving out a business for ourselves. Okay, so here we are in Oceanic Arts, wandering around, being positive. I just want to say, there's nobody in the world like you.
Except Santa Claus.
Well, Santa Claus isn't. Ignore him. Be yourself. Be happy with who you are. If you're unhappy, make yourself happy with who you are. That is the only thing that counts. Because at the end of the day, if you're proud of yourself, and you're satisfied with yourself, or at least you're satisfied with where you're going and that you're doing the best you can, you're going to feel a lot better than if Tyler really likes you, but inside you feel like a jerk.
Be the best you can
Trust
be.
Me. I know.
Unless you can be Batman and then be Batman instead.
And then be Batman instead. That's true. That's absolutely true. Wisdom. Look at this. We're not supposed to come in here. Well, I think we're okay, but generally speaking, you're not allowed to come in here. But look at this wicker chair. Tyler, would you hold that?
Tiki.
I am king of the wicker people. Reference? Okay, never mind. Look at these tikis. Tiki. Boxes of tikis, binders of tikis here. Binders full of tikis here at Oceanic Arts. I recently moved, so I have lost my tiki bathroom. So I
still have it.
Yeah, Tyler's still got my tiki bathroom, but I have a little nook, sort of a little window seat area in my current room, and I'm starting to think it might need to become a tiki nook. What do you think, Tyler?
You want a tiki nook?
I want a tiki in my nook.
You want to get a tiki up in your nook?
I do.
All right.
I want to take my nook and make it
just cram it full of tiki.
Full tiki. Look at this. That is Polynesian lipstick.
Oh!
Hey-oh! And here's some tapa cloth lamps. Very
$5,
rare,
man.
unusual, expensive. You can see, oh, you know, and another Disney connection, if you go to Trader Sam's at all at the Disneyland Hotel, which is a fantastic little tiki bar. Don't go there on the weekends, or you'll have to wait in a long, long line, and then you'll be grumpy. But if you go to Trader Sam's, check out the doors on the front. Leroy Schmaltz of Oceanic Arts carved those doors. They are fantastic. They are interesting. They are wonderful, and I love them. What was I coming over here for? Oh, there you go. There's a little piece of Disney World for you. And also, this is what I was going to show you. This is what I need for my Nook, Tyler. Pufferfish lamps. Colorful pufferfish lamps. Maybe some coral. You can never go wrong with a little coral.
Some coral.
Some coral.
Just
not this much. Maybe also a seagull.
Or I got bats with.
You will be mine. Oh yes. You will be mine? Okay. A little bit of a Nemo job. Let's take a look. Take a look at some of the goodness. Ooh. Pufferfish. Necklaces. Tyler Evans. Look at this collection. The personal display only collection of all these fantastic mugs and lamps from different projects over the years. You got a wicker monkey. I mean, where else can you just go around and see a wicker monkey? This is what I really want. The luau lantern. The luau lantern. $42.95. I almost said $24.95. Had it been $24.95, I feel like I could have gone to the gas station and spanged just enough money to own that. And oh, this tiki gal right here. She's the love of my life. Maybe. Who could say? We gotta wait till that 80s movie comes true and the mannequins come to life to find out.
Die Hard.
And maybe I can take her on a date.
Die Hard.
You are not invited. Well, you know, you have to have privacy. More tikis here. Look at these tikis. Wonderful. And also a dragon. So just in case you also need a dragon, Oceanic Arts may also be the place for that. Here's my favorite one.
Oh, Tiki Trailer Hitch.
Tiki Trailer Hitch. One of Tyler's favorites. Right here.
Trailer Hitch.
This is one of my favorites. Other than the CD rack. Is this. Look at that.
I do want that.
I love the Papua New Guinea style of tiki. Not a lot of cultures in New Guinea carve wooden tikis, but the few that do, mostly the Sepik River area, are pretty fantastic. I've actually learned a lot about actual oceanic art. Oh, what are you doing?
I was just taking a picture of my buddy.
Oh, you're taking a picture. Now these wild men of Borneo, which by the way never really existed. What do you think? We're like kin.
I get it.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the resemblance is actually uncanny. Look, he's got the ears, the nose.
Looks
He's
like
going
a
like this.
monkey.
Duh, 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 duh. I know how you feel. You and me, buddy, right? Not us. Not us, guy. Okay. I actually learned a lot about oceanic art, the real stuff, from looking at all of the tiki pop stuff. So that's kind of cool. It's actually kind of cool how you kind of go backwards down the rabbit hole and learn a lot about other cultures vis-a-vis this crazy 1950s stuff. This is actually one of my favorite rooms. Is this little hut. It's so cool looking. It kind of looks like a little New Guinea spirit house, as they call it, or ancestor house. You come in here though, and it's all the plastic stuff. This is all like the cheesy sort of party city type stuff. I love it. You got tablecloth, tablecloths, and pineapples. You know, you take them apart, tissue pineapples, and plastic lobsters. So you have everything from real hand-carved stuff that took hours and hours of creativity and training and years of finesse to beautiful carved barb. Look at that. That is gorgeous. All kinds of nautical equipment, actual historical artifacts, not only from Polynesia, but also all kinds of nautical artifacts. And giant marlins, or whatever those are called, swordfish. I don't know what fish. I don't know anything about fish. I've actually never even really been fishing other than deep sea fishing. I've always wanted to go. I've just never known anybody who is a fisherman.
I don't like fish either. I hear they put on a good live show, but
Yeah. Well,
not
a lot of barefoot people when you try to go fishing.
Ooh, it's my stomach. It's lunchtime.
All right, so I will end where we began, kind of, except for... Oh no, I'll end where we began.
Begin at the end.
Begin at the beginning.
Begin at the end and then
Oceanic Arts,
back to the end.
fantastic, wonderful place. I hope your quest for positivity is going as well as mine. Listen, there are plenty of people in the world who would love to hurt you, aren't there, Tyler?
Yeah.
There are plenty
Not
of people
us.
who would love to hurt you, crush you under their heels, and make you feel like you is a bad thing to be. You is the best thing to be. Be yourself. It takes all sorts to make a world, and that means you. You, You.
I don't think this is Quiznos.
Him? Why are you always looking for Quiznos?
You always tell me we're going to Quiznos. And it's
But we
never
always have Quiznos, and an hour later you're upset that we're still not in a Quiznos.
Just want to live.
They
in
could build a
Quiznos.
Quiznos here. It would be unfortunate. I would miss all of this. Anyway, all right. One last look at the glory and the wonder and the majesty that is Oceanic Arts. I guess we didn't catch Bob and Leroy this time. Well, we caught him. I guess you didn't catch Bob and Leroy this time. We'll find them and put them on Instagram. So check Instagram, Live Fast Die Poor. We also, well, not you. I also created some Tiki shirts.
Yep.
Those are available at livefastdieport.spreadshirt.com.
I was there while you created them.
Which, by the way, they're having a sale. I can't remember the code. The code is on Facebook. I just posted to Live Fast Die Poor's Facebook, where they're having a sale. Or if you get 2 or more shirts, you get free standard shipping. So that sounds pretty good. So I think I might actually take advantage of that and finally get myself one of my own Tiki shirts inspired by Oceanic Arts. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us on this rather calm stroll of the Sometimes Vlog. The heat wave still continues. It's much cooler in here than it is out there, but it's pretty hot. Look how shiny Tyler is. Show him the shiny. Show him the shiny. Getting a little shiny. I'm getting a little shiny too. We're all getting a little shiny together. So let's shine on.
Oh, nice.
And don't let your light go out, all right? And we'll end where we began. Aloha, because it means hello and goodbye. Tiki! Wonderful Tiki everywhere. I'm so happy. Okay. Be positive. Love ya. See ya.